Well, as we continue to celebrate 250 years of American history, we're diving into the projects that are propelling us into the next 250. We're starting here in the Rose City, where construction transforming the downtown square to a more vibrant, accessible, and family-oriented space. Fox 51 got a look at some of those improvements that the city and county are making to invest in downtown Tyler. The sound of construction equipment fills College Street in anticipation of the next era of downtown development.
We want to continue to celebrate what makes Tyler Tyler. People come to Tyler for a reason. We have these local businesses that pour their heart and soul into creating something that's unique to them.
New boutiques, new restaurants, and a new hotel blossoming, creating a space in the heart of Tyler, rivaling any city square across the state.
Really is going to be a welcoming area for our community, back to what in downtown was the hub for commerce, for gatherings. That's what we're hoping to bring back. Starts
with the state-of-the-art green space fitted with seating and a lifted amphitheater where families you can spend the evening or you can just enjoy your lunch break.
It's that third place that they have work, they have home, but they really want to have a place that they feel drawn to and welcome to.
But the city says the expansion goes well beyond the corners of Bodart, Ferguson, Fannin, and Irwin.
This new project is kind of like a stone in the pond. It is going to create a big ripple effect right in from the heart of the city.
Garnet Brookshire is seeing it all unfold from the window of his Plaza Tower office.
It signals to the entire county, because Tyler's the county seat, what's important to us. A law and order, a new courthouse, that's important to us.
The dome being placed on top in late March, replacing a long-standing piece of history. Now, the downtown improvement project broke ground in late 2025. It's scheduled to be completed by early 2028. And while we're still a little ways away from completion, Brookshire sees the vision he hopes will make the people of Tyler swell with pride.
This is a generational change, and folks are going to really, I think, have a sense of ownership and pride in their downtown again, because it's been a long time since we've invested this kind of capital down here.
That change, it starts in the little details.
There's going to be a lot of flush area that allows for accessibility, whether you are in a wheelchair, whether you are in a stroller.
As well as the flow of traffic.
That we're able to close the top part of Broadway and connect the two green spaces. But one of the key things is that traffic will still be able to flow. One of the things that happened when big events did come in downtown, they closed a street, which resulted in closing multiple other streets and did cause some impact on our businesses.
And at the top of the list,
there'll be no more one-way streets in downtown, which will allow for multiple different routes. You now will be able to come up College both ways. You'll be able to come up Irwin both ways to get somewhere there directly. And then, of course, both of them are capped with 2 free parking garages, one in the county and one from the city.
But while changes are coming left and right, the city wants you to remember it's you at the heart of these investments.
When you see how you're treating the people that have been here for 50 years, 30 years, that's what they're wanting to see. They're not wanting to see how you treat a brand new person. They want to see how you are continuing and sustaining what has built Tyler and made Tyler Tyler.
Building a place for business, beauty, and community for years to come.